What it do, YouTube? This is your boy Sherry Speaks. I know it's been a couple weeks since I posted a video. The one video I did want to post last week, I could not find it. It just up and disappeared, so I apologize for that for the long wait. Anyway, guys, let's get right into it, guys. Courtesy of Monisha Ravasetti, on this beautiful article today. I'm sorry, yesterday. NASA telescopes identified two alien worlds mostly made of water. Plus, they might have stumbled upon another exoplanet in the star's habitable zone, which means there could be another Earth. Now, guys, check this out. Now, on the left is Earth, obviously. On the right is NASA's hypothetical visualization of Kepler 138d. However, note that this is a visualization. Note that this visualization was done based on the assumption that Kepler 138d is a rocky world. The size ratio is likely accurate, though, courtesy, of Monisha. Free shouts out to you for that one. Now, guys, we all love the 90s. I was born in it myself. The 90s was an era of inspiration, truly. It's when the first Sony PlayStation arrived, when Tickle Me Elmo began giggling across the United States, and when Google started its epic empire. But, more precisely, in 1992, something absolutely magical happened. What happened? Scientists found a planet beyond our solar system for the very first time, unlocking an entirely new avenue of space exploration: the hunt for alien worlds. Now, before I continue, I'm going to be one to say I do believe in aliens wholeheartedly, and I'll start right there. I'll land my plane right there. Now, since that galvanizing discovery, experts have managed to catalog thousands of exoplanets that starkly remind us of how relatively mild the 8 orbs in our cosmic corner are. With that also being said, I really, I'll say this: may we not do some absurd-ish, like starting shit with some alien Martians, and now we got fucking Invader Zim shit happening going down. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I digress. These are places with gemstone rain showers, hellish lava lakes, and exotic and unmeltable ice cliffs. That's that sounds very alien-like, if you ask me. Actually very cool too. Like unmeltable ice chill cliffs. What? Gemstone rain showers. Wow. So, there are even a handful of alternative reality Earth doppelgangers with the tantalizing potential to hold extraterrestrial life. And like I said, may we not do some outlandish ish that lands us in some hot water, man? Or in this case, hellish lava lake. You know what I'm saying? With these ET planets. Now, on Thursday, in the journal Nature Astronomy, a crew of exoplanet hunters announced that once again, we've furthered our alien world repertoire. How's that? Using NASA's orbiting Hubble and retired Spitzer space telescopes, scientists identified two exoplanets that seem to be immersed in blankets of none other than life's elixir: water. Now, sitting in the star system about 218 light years away, these azoid globes called Kepler 138c and Kepler 138d orbit a dim red dwarf star. They're about 1.5 times the size of Earth and boast masses approximately twice as hefty as our planets. You'd think they're kind of earthy cousins, but oddly enough, these measurements make the Kepler's dual story a bit paradoxical. They go on to say, and I quote, "We previously thought that planets were a bit larger than Earth were big balls of metal and rock, like scaled up versions of Earth, and that's why we called them super Earths." Bjorn Benaki, a professor at the University of Montreal and co-author of the paper, said in a statement, and if I butchered his last name, I apologize, and his first name in particular. In fact, NASA's online exoplanet catalog still refers to Kepler D, for instance, as a, quote, potentially rocky world. However, he continued, we have now shown that these two planets, Kepler 138c and D, are quite different in nature. A big fraction of the entire volume is likely composed of water, end quote. So all in all, this marks the first time anyone has confidently identified exoplanets as water worlds, which Benecke says is the type of planet theorized by astronomers to exist for a long time, but yet to be proven with great certainty. All right, so guys, what do you guys think? You guys think we're jumping ship to A new planet that hosts huge bodies of water? Could that be a second Earth? Who knows? Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below, man. As I continue, a cross section of the Earth on the left is seen with an updated version of Kepler 138d in comparison to NASA's exoplanet catalog visualization on the right. Water layers in Kepler 138d are thought to dive as deep as about 2,000 kilometers. The Earth, in comparison, has a negligible fraction of liquid water with an average ocean depth of less than 4 kilometers. Wow. Well, that's saying something right there. So, visualizing a world of vapor. Now, before we go any further, a major point worth mentioning is these so-called water worlds are not expected to have oceans like you'd imagine. They go on to say, and I quote once more, the temperature in Kepler 138c's and Kepler 138d's atmospheres is likely above the boiling point of water, and we expect a thick, dense atmosphere made of steam on these planets. That's what Caroline Poulet, said, team lead, a PhD student at the University of Montreal, said in a statement. She goes on to say, only under that steam atmosphere there could potentially be liquid water at high pressure, or even water in another phase that occurs at high temperatures, called a supercritical fluid, end quote. Yep, I had to erase my mental picture of a huge ocean blob suspended in outer space, sort of like the frightening waterworld Cooper visits in Interstellar, only to be terrorized by towering skyscraper waves. Great. So, rather, the researchers suggest the Kepler twins are more like larger versions of Europa or Enceladus, aka water-rich moons currently orbiting Jupiter and Saturn, except much closer to their star. Go on to say, instead of an icy surface, Paulette said, Kepler 138 indeed would harbor large water vapor envelopes, end quote. So technically, both of the studied exoplanets had been found by NASA's Kepler Space Telescope in the past, hence their names, but it wasn't until now that scientists thought they had confirmation of the sphere's composition. Though they'd already confirmed Kepler 138b, which is also the Kepler 138 red dwarf system, is a terrestrial planet about 0.0066 times the mass of the Earth. They needed further observations for C and D. Fair enough. And Hubble and Spitzer offered just that. So that guys, this is great, man. This is really dope. I love learning stuff about like this, man. So this is when March confirmed that the existence of over 5,000 exoplanets. Now, despite water not being directly detected, the team was able to use these NASA telescopes to compare the sizes and masses of the planets to models which suggested a significant fraction of these worlds' volume, up to half of it, should be made of materials lighter than rock, but heavier than hydrogen or helium, which are gases. And what sits right in the middle of rock and gas? Well, water. As our instruments and techniques become sensitive enough to find and study planets that are further from their stars, we might start finding a lot more water worlds like Kepler 138 C and D. That's what Benaki said. Plus, an additional bonus to the crew's observation was a new possible Kepler 138 planet baby, Kepler 138e. So, Paulette and her team, according to a press release on the find, were surprised to see the presence of a fourth planet in the system that's smaller and further from its star than the three others. But perhaps more intriguingly, Kepler E appears to sit in the habitable zone. Time will tell what exactly that might mean for true nature. I hope you guys really enjoyed that, man. I really enjoyed reading this to you guys. I love you guys, man. I hope you guys have a very merry and happy Christmas. Wonderful holidays. And I love y'all, man. Stay tuned, guys, for the next video. Drive in case you guys want me to article you guys want me to read or think something to talk about. Let your boy know in the comment section below. As always, I love y'all. Deuces.